Hello guys, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. Your Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty. This is the aftermath, meltdown, Chelsea meltdown Sunday. 24 hours later, I still feel it was a long night. Honestly, I don't know about y'all, but I really didn't get much sleep. I slept, I woke up, and it was still just 2, 3 a.m. It was crazy. It's crazy because we're only just 1 point out of fourth place, and still even third place we're 4 points behind Forest. So there's a whole bunch of games left, but we really know why we're having this meltdown, because our entire team just seems to be gradually, crash landing. The season, started off fast for us. Given what we watched, what we all saw in, preseason, we were bracing for the worst. My expectation would be that by right around now, and actually by January, February, that we hopefully will be in and around fourth place, just behind fourth place. That's what I had. That was my reasonable expectation going into the season, that if we could find ourselves within touching range of fourth place, entering February, that in a theory that we'll be in very good shape to make top 4, right? And this was given what we watched in the preseason. We watched a team that was literally in disarray and didn't know their left from their right. Ironically, we watched a lot of the suicidal implementation of high line during preseason, which is what we saw yesterday. In preseason, it didn't work. In fact, we actually played a city in preseason. I was at that game. I was live in Columbus. I even posted it on this channel. And we actually played just the same way. That's the funny thing. We lost that game, I believe, 4-2. On Columbus. It was almost the same type of game. Whereas you're watching the game, you already know it's only going to be one, winner. Why? Because we don't have the, personnel to execute that type of high-line game. And so I was just kind of, I was like, okay, if we can somehow, hang around and find ourselves anywhere, within a touching distance of fourth place by, February and even March, that then we'll have a fighting chance of finishing top 4. But then, as a joke, we ended up finding ourselves in the title race, which was just crazy. We found ourselves in the title race by November, right? I believe we're only like 1 or 2 points behind Liverpool. And then of course that's when Maresca goes around and tries to convince everybody that we're not in the title race, that we're ahead of schedule. Now, if you look at it from what I was thinking, then you can understand where he was coming from, right? That we're actually ahead of schedule of where he had expected us to be. But if hindsight being 2020, and what I know as a person that's in life is, if you speak things, sometimes you can speak things into existence, right? It's like what you want to do is you want to speak something that is positive into existence, and not the other way around. And I feel that when he was saying that, I was quietly concerned. I was hoping, guy, I'm hoping this is not what you're telling the players, because we were doing well. We were flying high. We were flying high. We were playing well and flying high and playing well. Yes, we had issues with defense. Sanchez was still doing his Sanchez nonsense, but we were scoring goals for fun. Every 2 or 3 games, we had a different player on the hat trick list. At least once every month, there was one player that had a hat trick, and it was a different player. We were doing well. These same crop of players. But Maresca had to convince the whole world and his team that they're not, good enough. And guess what? Now they're playing like a team that's not good enough. Now they've been playing like a team, we can't defend. Sanchez is even worse than he's ever been. Jackson suddenly, I was scoring. Now Jackson doesn't know how to score. He can't buy a goal. The only player that we have is Palmer. If Palmer doesn't score, then we're in trouble. And that's why I was kind of upset at Palmer yesterday for passing up on the one-on-one. Palmer, take the shot. You're our only hope. You're our only hope, guy. You're our only hope. If you're not doing it, I don't know who's going to do it as of right now. The whole players are relying on you to show us the way. It's not fair, but sometimes life is not fair. Palmer, you're only, 22 years old or however old you are. It's not fair. 22, 23, it's not fair. 21, 22, 20, I don't even know your age. I know you're young. But life is not fair. Life is not fair. And this Chelsea team is at a point right now where it's Palmer or bust. It's Palmer or bust. And hopefully Palmer, you are really getting it. It is. If we're going to finish top 4, it's going to be on the back of Palmer and Caicedo, and hopefully Enzo. We already know that Lavia is basically not coming back to help us. He's coming back to play. A few minutes here and there, and go back to the treatment room. We are thankful that at least James is back. James has been giving us some useful minutes. He actually helped us to earn a useful point against Bournemouth. And then thankfully Chalobah is back. This is like, again, Maresca, you have got so many things right, but you've gotten a lot of things wrong. The Chalobah, the decision, whether it was yours or not, that was the wrong decision. And then now we also have our board, Clear Lake, that similarly just their priorities are just not based on whatever is happening in this window. Their priorities are just don't seem to be properly aligned. We need a striker. We need a goalie. Okay, I understand. Okay, there's no goalie, but get us a striker. Push for a striker. Push for a striker. Look, saw what happened yesterday. Jackson he's not a striker. He's not a striker. It's like trying to play Neto at 9 or Noni at the center for, and then you're gonna see what will happen. They're gonna play just like Jackson. In fact, Jackson is even better than them at that position. But Jackson is a winger or a wide forward. Go and get a striker to help us. No, you're busy chasing Garnacho for £60 million to do what? I have no clue. But as I mentioned, there's enough blame to go around. The good news is this seemingly crazy train wreck can be saved. We can just steer the wheel, keep this train on track, and try and get. It's trying to be derailed, but somehow if you can keep it on that track, Maresca, if we keep this train on track, we just might be able to fumble ourselves over the finish line and finish fourth, because there's still a lot of games to go. and we're still in a range of fourth. Yes, it's meltdown mode. It's meltdown on Sunday. We're all feeling bad, but there's still a but. There, as poorly as we've been the last 10 games or so, I don't know how many games, and we've been horrible. Our prayer is that hopefully by God's grace, it can't get any worse than this. Hopefully, we're not going to play any worse than this, and just start finding our way to stabilize ourselves in this top four race so that we can finish top four. That's the only thing that matters for me. I don't even care about any doggone trophy. The European thing is just just jada on top. I don't really care. We have to be in Champions League next season by hook or by crook. Maresca, get it done. Clearly, get it done. That's all I have. Peace out, guys.